Oh, we here, love. Oh my God. Hang on, love. Oh, that ceremony can start. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. It's been a while, guys. it's been. Oh, look at this little candle. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Hey, hang on, guys, hang on, hang on.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right, babies.
I'm happy.
All right.
On your mark. Get set. Go.
You know what? You cheated. You know what? Cheaters never win.
That's right, baby. That's right. Oh. All right, here we go.
You know what? Haste makes waste.
All right, baby.
You know what?
I love you. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's been a little bit. Welcome, loves. How is everybody? Welcome, Dame Anthis, Queen of the Mountain Garden. What are you doing? What are you doing, Dame? Jules Elmora, welcome, love. Welcome, Terry Lynn. We're back. That's right. Here we go. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. Droopy, that's right, Droopy. Droopy on scene. Droopy on scene. Good. You got your power back? All right. Power back on. Power back on, love. That's right. Hey, don't forget to shuffle hands. All right. Look, it is lit. You just can't see it. It's lit. See, it's lit. All right. It's a little one. This is honey. This is honey flavored. That's honey flavor. All right. Baby. Oh, your Wi-Fi died when the power. Oh, I see. Did you have to reset the router or whatever? Or did you have to unplug it and wait 10 seconds and plug it back in? Always wondered about those 10 seconds, you know. Welcome back. Welcome, lilies, lolls, lads, do sugar lilies, sugar mountain lily on the moon. That's right, baby, that's right. Ooh, a lot of stuff coming out, baby. A lot of stuff seemed to come out, didn't it? Oh, my God, The Curse of the Hobbit. I'm away for a couple of days, and all this stuff come out. Oh, my God. Man, autopsy, detailed, more detailed than autopsy report now. Got that. Got more unredacted document, court document. Steve G, Nancy Grace. Oh my God. Hey guys, I lost my wedding ring that Ashley gave me, and I lost it in a casino up here, and can you guys help me find it? Oh my God. Neil Diamond? Neil Diamond, is Neil Diamond still alive? Oh my God. Welcome, Mantra. What's up? Welcome, Mrs. John, you sneaky little devil. Hey, it's evening time where you are, but it's not too late. Look at that. It's not too late. Welcome, Tilly. God, where do you want to start? Where to start with all this? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And definitely notice that when more questionable things come out, right? The more we get the MSM shills pushing back and reinforcing the main narrative, right? There's a bunch of those that came out too that coincidentally came out with, the more unredacted court documents, autopsy reports, stuff like that. That just make the case even look, well, as we've said before and again and again and again, it makes everything look even worse than it did before. That's the nature of this case. The more that comes out, the worse it is. That is the nature of this case. Yes, it is. I know, Mantra. I know, it's ridiculous. It always seems to happen that way, though, right? There always seems to be a wave of stuff, like huge dump here and then nothing for a little while and then another huge dump. I don't think I made it through the second big dump. Jesus. Welcome, Blue Devil. Oh, yes, it is, Mantra. In fact, we're going to check that shit out. Yeah. And thank you. I know I got some people email me, Dame Deb. Thank you. I know I was checking that out the other day, and I was like, yeah, we should probably look at it because it's very interesting. For sure. Dylan is at, we said this, hey, we did I think we did a good job with profiling her psychiatry, even though, we have no official reports. Good job. Trying to peg her psychology. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Fuck yeah. So, yeah, well, I'll tell you what. We'll get to that. So this is what I got queued up right away. Yep. Now, this is coming from the exhibits, like witness identification by bushy eyebrows, emotional limity for that. This is a beautiful big document here. Yeah. But we're going to start... Yeah, remember, these are the pictures on her fucking wall. Yep. I can actually see them close up, so that's good. The eyebrows. In fact, there's a lot of eyebrows here. More than I thought there was. Look at that. You got those eyebrows. You got that one eyebrow. I thought it was just... Hey, guys. I thought I just saw one eyebrow. Not two. I saw that one bushy one. Yeah. Yeah, crazy. There you go. This is a half of an eye. Eyebrow. Yeah. Every time I try to think about this, I think, you know what? I think Dylan made the entire fucking story up, guys. I think she made it all up. We're also going to see pictures. There's two pictures taken from if you're standing sort of in Dylan's room and facing out into the hallway that you can kind of see into the kitchen area. Yeah, there's two photos of that. So, again, Dylan is lying. She's lying. If she just poked her head out her door, she is not seeing much of anything, guys, at all. And yeah. And there's no way the killer would have walked in front of her door. If the killer would have went down her hallway and stood in front of her door, they would have fucking killed her. I mean, it's so ridiculous. It's so fucking ridiculous. Her saying what she saw, peeking out her door, is absolutely impossible. It's impossible. Impossible from what she saw without actually leaving her bedroom and walking through up the hallway and peering into the living room and the kitchen. That's the only way she's going to see what's happening. There's no way she's going to see what she claimed to have seen from just standing inside her doorway. No fucking way. Impossible. Fucking liar. We knew she was a liar. She absolutely batshit. We know this. She's batshit. She always was batshit. She was batshit when she moved into that house, and she was batshit before she moved into that fucking house. Yeah. And when we read her transcripts here, she can barely fucking form coherent sentences with this one. It's amazing. She can barely form coherent sentences, guys. What the fuck? It's fucking insane. Well, that's just that we already know this, but it's like, good grief. Fucking bullshit with this, man. Again, we can't have co-eds killing other co-eds and expect people to flock to the University of Idaho to attend to boost our enrollment. We can't have that. I mean, that's what they'd be known for forever, right? Yeah, co-eds killing other co-eds like in the same house. We can't have that, guys. No way. No fucking way can we have that. Welcome, Creamy Row. Welcome. Welcome, New Mexico. Possibly New Mexico. Welcome, Dame Sophia, Queen of Wisdom. Welcome. Grounding. Slip knot. Alright, let's get into some shit. We'll do a quick one. I'm not going to do too many quick breaks, guys. I'm trying not to smoke too much. Can you believe it? Suffered the curse of the Hobbit, so I had to recover. Curse of the Hobbit. Oh, always the curse of the Hobbit. However, sometimes you get good pharmaceuticals out of the deal, so sometimes it's worth it. You get some good pharmaceuticals out of the deal. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. Give me the good stuff, baby. Give me the good stuff. Give me the good stuff. Don't mess around. Don't mess around with the poor stuff. Give me the good stuff. Yeah, I just saw ankle. Hey guys, I saw high ankles. Good. Hey, I'm gonna take a quick, guys. I saw some high ankles, and I'll be right back. Jesus, like, what are you fucking talking about? Yeah, the more you listen to her, the more it's like, Jesus. She needs to be fucking in the cuckoo nest. She definitely needs to be in the fucking cuckoo nest, for fuck's sake. Holy shit. And she didn't even see anything, supposedly, right or not? Yeah, well, we'll get back. We'll get to that. Oh yeah. There we are. But before we get into that, I want to check out this real short interview because I haven't heard it yet. It's really short. It's only like 7 minutes. So let's check it out. Connor, of course. Connor. So this is Kennedy Fitzgerald. All right, 7 minutes. Let's check this out. Kennedy Fitzgerald. I'm assuming this is another sorority girl. Let's check her out. Welcome, Death Child 7. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's check this out first. Kennedy Fitzgerald, baby. All right, here we go, Kennedy. Let's see what Kennedy's going on. What's got Kennedy happening here? Connor. Check him, of course. You know Connor. If you don't, well, check Connor out, of course. Connor, he's got over 6. Man, he's got a lot now. All right, let's go.
So basically what I'm trying to do is, I understanding that you were with that night?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
So
right.
what can you tell me, when did you first run into, or any of the other gals, or even Ethan who live in that house?
And we're at my home. They had gotten there, I think, around 11 p.m., 11:30 p.m., and we're there for a few hours before we walked home.
Okay.
They had walked.
So you were there?
Yes, correct.
Dylan and Bethany?
Okay. And they showed up together?
No, had showed up an hour prior to, and had come.
Dylan
I'm not
came
sure
first.
who she had arrived with.
Okay. So, but showed up about when?
I want to say 10:30, I think.
10:30. All right.
Okay. And where do you live? What's your actual address?
Yeah, where are you
I
live?
live at Avenue.
Is there an apartment number to that?
No.
Okay. All right. So showed up about 10:30, and then
The Hobbit.
showed up a little bit later.
Correct.
The Hobbit. I'm sorry, Bethany.
And you said that was about 11:30, right?
Correct.
And she was with another female.
I believe so. She did not arrive alone.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not really sure who she was with.
Okay. All right. And during that time,
Michael Myers.
how
Fuck.
long were they there then?
2-3 hours.
2 or 3 hours. Holy shit. What time they get home then?
And you said you walked them home?
Yes, I walked them, like, past the Whites,
Okay.
those apartments, and then we had said our goodbyes, and I walked back to my house.
Okay. And what time was that at?
Okay.
It was really late. I honestly, ballpark 2 a.m. I honestly don't know for sure.
Okay.
Huh. Really? This is 11:13 we're talking about, right?
Okay, so you walked back into the Whites. At what point did you stop?
Like,
Yeah.
right in front of those apartments.
So you were still on Taylor Street?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so you didn't walk up with them up towards that little walkway that goes up between the
No.
Whites and the other apartments?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No.
And honestly, I'm not even sure, like, where they went after that. Just because I didn't want, like, see what they did after that, if that makes sense.
Like.
Alright, but you were on Taylor, you said goodbye, you turned around and went back to your place.
Like.
Yes.
And
Poverty of
they
language.
start walking towards,
Yes, they walked, away from me.
like, towards that path, or continuing up Taylor Street to King?
Continuing up Taylor Street.
Oh, so they didn't take that shortcut back home. They walked up this. They didn't take that shortcut. No. Yeah, this is. Hey, hang on, guys. Just real quick. So if we're talking about Dylan and Bethany, which I believe she is, Well, that throws off a timeline, doesn't it? I mean, if it's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, guys. Well, that obviously then Dylan didn't get home at what 12:30, and Bethany didn't come home after. No, so we're off an hour here. We're off an hour here, aren't we? Yeah, she's putting this closer to 2 o'clock in the morning. Right? And that's not when Dylan and Bethany got home. So odd. So that's kind of odd. Thank you. Welcome, Dame Celestine, Queen of the Stars. Thank you very much. Thank you. He's not that good looking. Oh my God. I don't know what you're doing, Garden, but I don't know. Maybe you're blind or something. I don't know. Yeah, what's going on with the lingerie? All right, baby. All right. Anyway, let's carry on. It's 4 minutes compelling because it contradicts Dylan and Bethany's timeline when they got home. It also, if that's true, it also contradicts if we're talking about Dylan and Bethany. I mean, unless we're talking about two other people here, but I think we're talking about Dylan and Bethany, right? That would contradict Dylan calling a Sobro driver to take her back home, wouldn't it? Right? Didn't she get a ride back home from a Sobro driver, her and her friend? Right? That's kind of odd. Weird.
Was there anyone else with them, or was it just the two of them?
There was a group.
But
I'm not sure who was in that group.
Oh, there's a group now.
Okay.
There was several people, and I didn't
Several
know
people.
all of them.
Male or female?
Female.
All female?
All female?
Yes.
How many other females do you think were with them?
3 or 4,
Oh, wow. Really?
I think.
3 or 4?
To be 100% honest, I was
Drunk?
drunk, so
No
I
kidding.
have a feeling a lot of people were drunk that night, so...
Yeah, but we're not hallucinating. We're not hallucinating, though,
I'm trying
guys.
my best to recall.
No,
Yeah.
and that's all I'm expecting right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know that this may not all be
See,
100%
welcome, Ashley
accurate,
Brogdon.
but
Welcome,
we're
welcome,
trying to
love.
get a timeline still.
Remember, in Idaho, people mistake alcohol for psychedelics. Apparently, they all do that. Right? Alcohol, unless you're a raging alcoholic and you haven't drank for 24 hours, you're probably hallucinate. Maybe. But not if you're just drinking like this. We're not taking psychedelics. We're not taking hallucinogenics here, guys. Where reality is going to be distorted where the fact that I can't distinguish between reality and fantasy. I'm not dosing. I'm not taking mushrooms. I'm not taking peyote. Okay? I'm drinking fucking Bud Light and bullshit. Maybe some alcohol, perhaps. Maybe some hard liquor. But it's not going to make me fucking hallucinate and distort reality.
When everybody
But
was in certain
that's what happens in Moscow.
places, in certain locations, and
Fuck you.
in that...
We are the greatest of all time, by the way.
Of why we should probably
Just
talk
saying, in my
to
garden, too.
is whoever passed this on to us thought that you were with, and I think her name's pronounced Zana.
Xana.
Yeah, Xana. I did not see Xana that evening.
Nobody did.
That's kind of what we were thinking, but we just needed to make sure.
Yeah, where'd Xana go?
We wanted to.
Where do
talk
Ethan
to
go?
you as well, but
Yes, I did not see her
okay.
that evening.
Nope.
Do you think
Not
that
alive,
both
anyway.
were pretty drunk at the same time?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay. Do you know anyone named?
I do. She was also at my home that night.
Okay. Do you know her last name?
I do not know her last name.
Okay. Do you know where she lives, or is she associated with any sorority houses or anything like that?
I believe she is at. last name?
Yeah.
Can you spell that?
I believe.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right.
I can double check actually right now.
White unicorn. No. Blue unicorn. Blue
Just
unicorn.
text me her
Blue
name,
unicorn.
you verify it or anything like that for me.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so
Okay.
after you guys were at the house,
Yes.
assuming you guys are partying, drinking, things like that,
Yes.
you walk them back over towards their place.
Right.
The group continues on.
Group.
You
Right.
go back home.
Right.
And that's the last that you saw her?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that is all I need from you. The only other thing I just want to touch up on real quick, I have your address,
There you
have your phone number. What is your middle initial?
go. W.
Okay. And a date of birth for you? Okay. And if you're heading to... I'm assuming you have an Idaho driver's license? All right, perfect. Okay, well, thank you for taking the time to kind of give me a little bit more information in that.
Of course.
Like I said, if you can find out her name for me, her last name, and that if you could just text it
1114.
to the number I called you on, I would be very appreciated.
Okay, will do.
All right. All right, well, thank you very much and be safe, okay?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, bye-bye. Yeah, all right. Wow. There you go. Kennedy Fitzgerald. Wow. It's a short one, but damn. If we're talking about Dylan and Bethany, which I believe we are, and we're talking about them and then in a group of people, walking up Taylor Avenue. And it's weird, again, if I believe we're talking about Dylan and Bethany. What's interesting is that in the 1116 Hobbit interview and the 1117 Mortensen interview, they never ask about, like, hey, were you in a group of people? Like, were you in a group of people before you went home? No, those questions were never asked. She didn't seem too upset. I agree. No, she didn't seem too upset either. No, she didn't. Again, it's like, I don't know. Didn't seem too upset. Makes you wonder, well, that's probably because there's always that superficial layer. You always have to consider that superficial layer when it comes to sororities and fraternities. You don't really... How well do you really know these people? I mean, I think a lot of it's superficial. Like you pretend to really like somebody and know somebody, but you really don't. That superficiality that comes with the territory when it comes to the Greeks. But that's hey, you got to pretend, baby. You got to pretend. Yeah. So, I mean, who knows with these fucking people? How well do they really know these people? It's like, do you even really care about what it's like, whatever. Yeah, most of the interviews are like that. Everybody's flat. Nobody, there's no natural emotion that we've heard. There's no, barely any natural emotion that's coming out in any of these interviews. No organic emotion at all, really. It's all flat. Or it's all flat or matter of fact. Like just another day. Sometimes it sounds like that. Yep. Oh, fuck yeah, it does. I don't know. Oh, I guess that's called trauma. See, but then what's going to happen is people are going to say, well, that's because everybody's traumatized. That's how they try to get around that stuff. Sure. Anyway. Remember, nobody saw anybody get murdered, did they? No. Nobody really saw the bodies, did they? No. No. I'm not sure what you're traumatized about. You only knew these people for 2.5 months, 3 months, most of them. You didn't really know these people. Anyway, whatever. Going off on a tangent. All right, let's do this. Anyway, hope you like that. Yeah. All right, let's get on. Right, good. All right, here we are. This is artwork in Dylan Morton's bedroom. So, nice and close up, we can see. Yeah. Lots of eyes, lots of eyebrows. In fact, most of these pictures focus on eyes. They do. That one right there. That one. That picture there. That one. That tiger down there. Half an eye. Strange. All right, no, not really. That's Dylan. Let's carry on. Let's see what else we got. Oh, wait a minute. No, it doesn't end there. This is artwork on wall photo number 2. We got more. Eye, a lip. I don't understand. Lip, another nose. There's a big nose, lips. Guys, I'm not quite sure what these montages are weird. Just weird. Anyway, whatever. There's that. Any more? Of course. This is the photo number 3. There's what's in photo number 3. More eyes, and yeah, that's what the fence was pointing out. You had a lot of eyes and eyebrows on those walls. This is what I'm talking about. So looking out the door of Dylan Morton's bedroom, photo number 1. This is looking out of her bedroom, guys. This is looking out of her bedroom. That's all you can see. Just saying. I don't know. That's all you're seeing. Anyway, let me show you this. Latent shoe print, though. Latent shoe print was supposed to be found right around here, I think. In this area. Supposedly a latent shoe print was discovered here. Okay. So, which means you'd have to come here, right? You have to come this way, stand here, not doing anything to Dylan Mortensen in the room here, and then proceed to walk down this way, back out through the sliding glass door, which is up here. Yeah, see? Yeah, you'd have to stand here, and then proceed to walk back down to the kitchen, and then take a left and go out through the sliding glass door, which is over here. The killer would have to take this route and not do anything to Dylan, who's right here. Right here. They're right here, supposedly. And he doesn't enter the room and just kill her. No, he says, right, what does he say? He says, hang on, Dylan, I'll see you tomorrow with a cappuccino. And so he walks out the kitchen this way, just walks back down the kitchen, goes through the sliding glass door, guys. How else are you going to see this? right? She had to have been standing like here or here to see this going on over here. Fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. Here's another view of her. This is another view of her room. Looking out of her room. This is another view, guys. I mean, what are you seeing? Fucking. Yeah, right. All right. Uh-huh. Let's get on this. So this, yeah, we've been through this. Supplement 88. Yeah, right. Alright. Morrison reported she saw the suspect, later identified as Kohlberger, at close proximity while she stood at her bedroom doorway. ISP forensic scientists had identified a bloody shoe print outside Morrison's bedroom, believed to belong to Kohlberger. Right? Emphasis on eyes. Her hallway. Right. Seized by Talbot. A letter from Morrison's sorority big sister, Emily, later to confer to be Emily Allant, was in a clear plastic shoebox within the bedroom closet. A personal diary was located on the vanity. Gee, I'd like to know what's in that one. Oh my God, I think I killed my friends. Whoops. Or maybe I was dreaming that. I don't fucking know. I'd like to see what's in that fucking diary and journal. Oh my God. Yeah. Can only imagine what's in that. Today I fantasized about skinning rabbits again. Okay. Yeah, there's a 12-1 interview that's very interesting. Yes, there's grand jury testimony that's interesting. Yep. So then we get a transcript of the 11/17 interview with Gooch. Yep. See what's unredacted here. Yeah, so my house, well, right, we already know this, but it's important to point this out. So my house to Sigma Chi is like a 2-minute walk. Like, it's right from our house, pretty much across the street, up the little green hill. I guess you would know. As I was walking there, the Whites' apartment, like the parking lot between, I guess, parking lot between the street and the Whites, I was walking down there and I saw Maddie, and she was holding a box of White Claws, I believe. And as she was walking, I was like, Oh, where are you going? Like, are you not staying? Good. She goes, no, I'm going to go to the club with Kaylee, bitch. Right? I'm going to the club with Kaylee, bitch. That's what I'm doing. I was like, oh, okay. Well, have fun, bitch. Right? Wait. You don't believe me, do you? You don't believe me.
Don't wear that outfit again.
You don't believe me, do you? Like this?
You fucking liar! You fucking manipulator!
Don't wear that outfit again.
You fucking asshole! You fucking liar! You fucking manipulator!
Don't wear that outfit again.
All right. That's right, baby. I had to throw that in there with it. I had to throw the TikTok in there. Yes. Oh, sure. Welcome, sick, mad world. That's right. Yeah, that's not a nice TikTok. I'll think. I don't know. It's like, let me embarrass Dylan Mortensen. Okay. Yeah. Oops. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Hello, Take Old Biddies. Welcome. Thing 42. That's correct. Welcome, Take Old Biddies. Thing 42. Thing 42. Hang on, guys. Hang on. How's everybody though? How is the Saturday going? How is this? Welcome, Curious Rose. Welcome. What game? What game? What game? It's a card game. Psycho Killer. I saw it for you for one time. I never heard of it again. Psycho Killer. Welcome, Lola. Welcome. Sorry I missed you. Welcome, welcome. Curious Rose, welcome. I got emails. I'm behind on emails. Very behind. All right. Here we go. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? No, I'm going to the club. Have fun, bitch. I don't know when they left. I didn't go home. I just went straight to Sigma Chi. Into the White's parking lot, yes. Alright, this is a Alright, yeah, so Gideon. So me and Gideon, this is Dylan. So me and Gideon obviously going back and forth, kind of looking around. Eventually, they go into Peter's room, Peter's apartment, which I think is... So this is odd. So she's talking about herself and Gideon, right? So me and Gideon obviously going back and forth, kind of looking around. Eventually, they... So is she talking... Now, who's she talking about? Eventually, they, meaning, I guess, her and Gideon, odd, go into Peter's room, Peter's apartment, which I think is... This is Dylan speaking. What the fuck? How many Dylans are there? I can't remember his apartment. What the fuck? Yeah, this is Dylan Morrison, which I think is I can't remember his apartment. All right. 5? I can't fully remember. He's a really nice guy. Okay. Totally trust him. Like a lot. Okay. They were hanging out in there. I remember Ethan was really worried about his sister Maisie because Maisie is a beta. Okay. I guess that's a good reason to worry about her. They also had their formal that night, and so Maisie took Ethan, right? Her brother. Wait, what? Her triplet brother as her date. He was texting her a lot because she wasn't answering her. And apparently she had been calling Ethan. This is Ethan? Yeah, Ethan Chapin. Yes, no, I know who you're talking about, but you were talking about Ethan calling his... You were talking about Ethan calling his triplet? Yes, Maze. Oh my God. Apparently, Maisie had been crying, and she wasn't answering her phone. And he was just, like, texting her a lot, really worried. I ended up talking to Maze after everything happened, and she was like, no, like, I just fell asleep, I forgot to text. And the last thing he said was, like, I love you. That's, like, way later, but, so I remember that. And then I remember Oh my God. And Gooch, yeah, it sounds even worse when you read it. Detective Gooch, did he say why she was upset? Right. No, he didn't know why. He was really worried about her. He was very protective, like he was, like an older brother, like a big brother to me too. Okay. No. Like he was super protective of all of us. And then I believe it was me, Gideon, Yeesie, and Bethany that went to the lodge. And I remember saying, like, do you want to go to Allie's? Allie is one of Xana's best friends. We met Allie through Xana. She was, I guess she was at the house. She has 2 roommates. One of them I know, Kennedy. Right? We just did Kennedy, didn't we? Kennedy was there, and they were just having, I think they were just like 5 or 6 people total at the house, and it's like a 5-minute walk from my house. So I ended up going. They ended up staying. So me and Gideon ended up walking there. It's like a 5-minute walk. I was with him. Remember Gideon? Did we get it? Did we see an interview yet with this Gideon character, by the way? We haven't gotten an interview with Gideon, have we? Yet. I think we should. Considering this guy was with Dylan for a great portion of the evening, and I'd like to know what they were talking about. Remember Gideon? Yeah. Did we get it? Did we get Gideon yet? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think we should hear from Gideon. Hey, what were you and Dylan doing that evening? What were you talking about? You hung out quite a bit that night. We go in there, we go to Allie's. It's obviously me, Gideon, Kennedy, Jenna, Claire, and Lake. Claire, I mean, Jenna's best friend, Ava, and and then Jenna's twin, Zach. And then there's also Hayden, I believe. I'm also positive that was who was there. Okay. Oh, wow. And again, I kept drinking more. We were playing Rage Cage, so I don't know fully how much I had to drink. I obviously was pretty drunk at this point. Obvious. Sure. Nobody knows Dylan Mortensen except you, idiot. Prior to that point, so this is, oh my God, this is infuriating, but prior to that point, Gooch, how much had you had to drink? Up to that point, you don't remember how much you had to drink. So, like, after the nap, I had about 3 or 4 drinks of seltzers. I'm pretty sure, like, what type of seltzers? White Claws. That's 5%? Those are 5, so you're doing the lower end? Oh my God. Yeah, that's what we usually would always drink. So this Robin, this isn't a question of interrogation. This is Gooch, of course. This is Gooch. So this Robin, this isn't a question of interrogation, by the way. Remember, of course not. It isn't to jam up Dylan. It should be, but it's not. But we're not going to jam you up, even though you're the prime, or you should have been. Anyway, were you doing anything else besides the alcohol? Nope. Me and Bethany never have. Zan and Ethan, they would take Adderall every now and then, but that was the only thing they would do. Maddie would never ever do any of that. Kaylee, I remember talking about it once when she did Adderall. Don't forget cocaine. But that was it. That is anything. I mean, Xan and Ethan were very smart. Right? We've seen this. They were not like stupid with drugs at all. Just drank. Yeah, I just drank. We're doing Borgs. Okay, so she didn't want to. Okay, there's no mention. There's no, again, if Kennedy Fitzgerald is talking about walking Dylan and Bethany part way to the house, how comes there's no mention of it when we're talking to Dylan Mortensen? How comes there's no mention of being walked halfway to the house by Kennedy and hobbits with you? I don't know. That's very, unless we're not talking about Dylan and Bethany. But I don't know. Who else are we talking about in that interview? Fucking weird. Jenna was going to come with us, my friend, but she ended up staying at Kennedy's. Okay, yeah. So they were right. They were at Kennedy's house. But there's no mention of Kennedy walking them partially to the house. And then all of a sudden, they're like probably a minute away from the house. And then they walk up Taylor Avenue. And then they call, I guess Dylan calls a Sobro driver because she doesn't want to walk anymore to the house. This is ridiculous. And this is, so we get home. we get home. No one is home. We go upstairs. The house is kind of a mess. Obviously, because we just had a party that Friday. Saturday we were drinking, whatever. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Gooch, do you suffer from anxiety? Yeah. Even before this? Yeah. I've always been psychotic. I remember one time I thought my door handle was turned, but it wasn't. I was just freaking out. So I have a lot of that. And I have talked to my therapist about this. But I have a lot of lucid dreams of being kidnapped or chased. I could control what's happening. And I know I'm dreaming. So I have a lot of those kind of dreams. I'm always kind of freaked out about that stuff. Like what? Being kidnapped and chased? Okay. Did that happen even before this event? Yeah, I'm sure all the time, right, Miss Mortensen? Oh, this is a response to that. Oh, this has been a huge thing. Yeah, I bet. Gooch, how old were you when those streams started? Oh, I would say high schoolish, right? I would say. I've always just kind of had those. They They never scared me because I knew I was dreaming. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, it's just a dream. Like, I'll just... Did you say you have control in the dreams? Right? Yeah. So my thing is, it's kind of weird, but my therapist said, this is very normal. Like, I knew I was dreaming, so, like, it would be like, oh my God. Guys, we should play a game. Take a drink for how many times Dylan Morrison's like. Guys, how many liters of vodka do you think we go through? I don't know. A lot. Holy shit. Oh my God. So you can control your dreams? Yeah. Well, there's a difference between knowing you're dreaming and being in control of your dreams. That's a big difference, Miss Mortensen. Just saying. Fuck. Sometimes I'm aware I'm dreaming. Guess what? I can't do a fucking thing about it. Because I can't control my dreams. It's going to go wherever it's going. Yeah. I often wonder that. Terry Lynn. Welcome, Lorraine Eyes. Welcome, Lorraine. Yeah, so dig this. Yeah, so my thing was, it's kind of weird, but my therapist said that's normal. Like, I knew I was dreaming, so like, oh, like someone's chasing me. Someone's trying to kill me. I would just let it happen because I would wake up and I would be fine. I was like, okay, that was just a dream. Like, it never scared me, really, when I had those dreams because I knew I was dreaming. Okay. And Gooch, did you ever have to have anti-anxiety medication? Dylan Morrison, no. Right? Nothing. Gooch says, no meds? Mortensen, Prime, I didn't have, I didn't have anxiety. It was just kind of like, I always kind of had the worst situation in my mind, but it wasn't like, it didn't really like it. Guys, we have to play a drinking game, guys. It's called, again, get your liquor out. Get your fucking liquor out. Every time we read you have to take a shot or a swig. Okay. Wow. I've always cut. Right? But it wasn't like it didn't really, it didn't affect my life, but it was just like at night I was, whatever, because I watch Criminal Minds. I would fall asleep, right, to crime podcasts. I don't know why. Gooch, so it planted a seed. Mortensen, yes. Okay. Gooch, you don't have prior trauma, do you? No, we'll see. I don't believe this at all. I do not believe this at all, guys. Remember what we talked about with Mortensen. Mortensen likes to, what does she like to do? She likes to take what other people's interests and likes are. She likes to apply them to herself. Remember, it was Kaylee. Kaylee was the one who used to watch Criminal Minds and be into the crime shows and all that. That's Kaylee. Remember what Dylan is here. Right, guys? So what Dylan, again, likes to do is she likes to take on other people's stuff and make it seem like it's her that actually is into this. But this is Kaylee. That's not Dylan. Dylan is probably Vampire Diaries shit. That's Dylan. Okay? Not Criminal Minds. No. Even that, I'm not sure. You don't have prior trauma. I mean, let's see. You don't? No, nothing like that. All right, so something. You don't? No, nothing like that. Like I have divorced parents, but nothing of crime or trauma, anything like that. Oh, okay. So those movies do. They rent space in your head? Yeah, obviously. Okay. I loved gory movies. I don't know why. Huh. I just love the adrenaline, that kind of stuff. And it probably messed up my brain a little bit at night. I remember waking up around 4:20. Okay. Oh my God. I have texts from me and Kaylee at 4. I mean, just text from me to Kaylee. To her at 4:20. Let me make sure, right? She had part of Lake's Borg. She doesn't know how much she drank of that. But after that, according to her, she was just drinking White Claws. She is not sure how many more White Claws she had after drinking part of Lakeland's Borg. Of course. Once I got home, this is Mortensen. Once we left Allie's house, I stopped drinking when I got home. So around 2 o'clock. Yep. Yeah, so I left at 1:15, 1:30 I left. Right. So we got back home. We watched the Vampire Diaries, had popcorn. Maddie, no more alcohol, no more alcohol. She's starting to say Maddie. That's weird. So that's fucking weird. So they cut her off. So I'm just going to point this out, guys. So they cut Mortensen off here. So she starts talking about 1:15, 1:30. She left, right? We got back home. We watched Vampire Diaries, made popcorn. And then she starts to say Maddie. And then Gooch cuts her off. And then they go back to the 4 a.m. timeline. So we don't know what she's going to say here about Maddie after, like, at 2 o'clock, I guess, when they're watching it. She's going to go into something with Maddie here, but they cut her off. And then they go back to the 420 bullshit. Oh, my God. Yeah, we already know these interviews are dog shit, but just saying. When we read them in this context, it's even worse. Everything would be an hour behind. But on your phone now, you're saying at 4:20 you texted Kaylee, yeah. But now since we're in, I don't really know why. Yeah, so Mortensen said, I said, Kaylee, what's going on? Please answer. So, and then Gooch says, why did you ask her that? Because, okay, so I'll just start from there. 4 a.m., around 4 a.m., 4:20, I don't know if I was still drunk. Probably was. Okay. I don't know for sure. I was really asleep. I, woke up out of nowhere. I heard her playing music. How do you know it was her? Though, I guess I should ask that. I don't really know for sure why I knew it was her, but I think it's because I heard her voice, and she was probably singing. I knew for sure it was her when she walked upstairs and she said, someone's here. That's how I knew for sure that it was Kaylee. So pretty much walked up the stairs normal, wasn't weird or anything, and I was okay, I can go back to bed, So Gooch says, so she shouted out to you, somebody's here? Not to me, I don't know if she knew I was awake, but so we walked up the stairs with Murphy. Okay. So we walked up the stairs with Murphy. I think she got to almost the top of the stairs just by how many stomps there were. Remember counting the stomps? And she said someone was here frantically. Now it's frantic. But it wasn't a yell because I know for a fact it wasn't a yell or shout because Bethany didn't hear it. Oh my God. That's the reason why she knew it wasn't a shout, guys. Because Bethany didn't fucking hear it. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, oh my God. What kind of reasoning is that? Well, I'm positive it wasn't a yell because, well, Bethany didn't hear it. Okay. Oh my God. Well, guess what? Bethany heard a loud fucking boom firework down on the first floor, and guess what? You didn't hear it, Dylan. You claim you didn't hear it. Yeah, that's also in this. You know, Dylan claims I didn't hear it. I didn't hear what Bethany heard. Everybody's playing fucking games here. That's the problem with this. Everybody's playing fucking games with this situation, this house. Everybody's playing fucking games. And this is not a real investigation. This is not. They should have been interrogated harshly But of course, but that's what should have had. They should have been fucking interrogated. All of them. It's nonsense. This is pure nonsense. Pure nonsense. I mean, Mortensen is telling you she's not on any medications for anything, guys. That's a problem. According to Mortensen, she doesn't have to take any medications for anything. I find that highly problematic. Maybe that's part of the problem here. Maybe that was a contributing factor. She was unmedicated. And she probably should have been. Fuck. I mean, who the fuck knows? It sounds like somebody has multiple fucking personality disorder with this one. I don't know. Possibly. I mean, Bethany could be the Hobbit surrounded by the fucking orcs. Yeah, we should. That's a good idea, actually. Welcome, satire. Welcome. And from what she goes on. And from what I heard, it's like between talking and yelling. Like it wasn't yelling. It was between there. Again, I believe I was also very drunk. I don't know how much of this is real. Like, I don't know if my mind was, like, doing whatever. Yeah. Remember this? I don't know any of it. Like, half this stuff, I don't know if it's a dream or if it's real. I just have no clue. But in that moment of what I think I heard her saying, someone's here, again, I think it was more like between talking and yelling. I don't know for sure. And then the Cheshire Cat came out of the wall and said, "Would you like some Earl Grey tea, Miss Mortensen?" I said, "Cheshire Cat, what are you doing here?" The Cheshire Cat said, "Don't you hear that screaming, Dylan? It sounds like your fans are being mutilated. But would you like some tea instead to drown out the noise?" Yes, Alice in Wonderland. Everything's a dream. I bet she did, Sata. She could have seen her. Could have seen her. Welcome. Welcome, Miss Sieg. Welcome, Lo. All right, quick break. Get your cigars. Get your cigars. Quick break, guys. Quick. Yeah. So it continues. The slot continues, right? From what I remember, I think she ran down the stairs pretty fast, and it just stopped. Okay, that's when I texted her. I believe is I just kind of what in the world? What is this? Right? Doesn't make sense. And I didn't think anything was wrong because nothing ever bad happens in Moscow, ever. Great. I love the reasoning. So then, did Kaylee sound stressed? Yes, kind of, I think. I don't know for sure. What was Murphy doing? Was he barking? I think he was barking. Again, I don't fully remember. I think he was barking. Is Murphy a barker? He just really... But you heard him barking, you think? Yeah, I think so from what I think I heard. All right. So this is interesting. But the only thing that you describe that's ever happened to you that if it's traumatic when your parents divorce, right? Yeah. Are you going to a therapist because of the divorce or because of other things? You talking about right now? Before? No, prior to this. So, like, obviously, I have a therapist right now for this, which is extremely quick, by the way. Well, maybe not. Now, let's see. 4 days. But in the past, I did go to a therapist like once or twice because of divorced parents, and that was it. I never had therapy for anything else. So you weren't under any treatment for counseling? No. Nothing like that? No. So you don't have any mental health issues? Right? Right? So Gooch, right? So you don't have any mental health issues? Okay. No. According to Dylan, no. That predates this. Yeah, no. Not at all. Other than sadness, yeah, I've never had. Over the sadness over the divorce, like obviously, yes. I've probably been sad about my parents being divorced. Okay. But not about skinning animals. Okay, you fucking idiot. I mean, what are you trying to do? Push me? Why are you pushing me? I mean, seriously, that's what I'm expecting her to say. Well, obviously, yeah, I was a little sad about my parents divorcing, but if you're asking me about the time I skinned that cat, no, of course not. What would make you ask that? Right? That's Dylan. That's Dylan. Totally disconnected from emotion, from logical thinking. There's a lot of shit happening with her. I found, but no, I've never had counseling for it. Yeah, I went like 2 or 3 times, then we just never went. I didn't really feel like going again. Didn't really seem like I needed it. So, you worked through whatever issue at the time? Yeah, on your own. Yeah. Sounds like with a little assistance, but for the most part on your own. Yes. So you heard Murphy barking. Murphy's barked before. I mean, like, so when in the backyard there's dogs out there and he would bark at them. I don't think he normally barked at people. Again, I don't remember fully. You don't remember fully if you barked at people? I'm just guessing off of what I think. But I think I remember hearing barking when Kaylee said that. And I just something about her running down the stairs really fast because how fast she was stomping. Okay. I think. Okay. All right. I love you, babies. Hey, Gooch, you could hear that? Our prime, yeah. Right? From what I don't know if it's like real or if my mind's just like drunk and awake. Oh my God. I just don't know really. Well, fuck me, right? Well, that's important for us to know. Yeah. We can't tell you whether or not that was reality or... Yeah, I mean, I have no clue. I keep trying to remember, but I don't know what's real or what's not. Pretty much from that night, and it's kind of frustrating not knowing it all. I don't remember who I called first. I don't remember when I called them. I mean, I guess I could look on Sunday from my phone. Gooch, was this at the time you heard Kaylee running? Yeah. Okay. Let me look for Sunday. Okay. Gooch, what's Kaylee saying? She just said, someone's here, and then nothing else, from what I remember. But it's Blaker. But it sounded like you said you heard her say someone's here, then heard the frantic yelling. Yes, that's what I think I remember. Okay, so you did hear frantic yelling, right? You heard frantic yelling, not talking, and not a midpoint between talking and yelling. We heard frantic yelling. Right. That's what I think I remember. Okay. So could tell that. So like she walked. Oh. So like she walked. Sergeant Blaker, she was wearing shoes or not wearing shoes? I think she was wearing, because all the girls like wear those Doc Martens. Whatever. I think it was those. Again, I don't know. I have no clue. See that? You see how she keeps doing that over and over and over again, guys. She's going to offer you some information, and then she's going to shut it down by saying the same fucking phrases over and over again. She repeats this pattern continuously throughout the interviews. So look, she'll do this. I think she was wearing, because all the girls like wear those Doc Martens, whatever. I think it was those. But then she's gonna make you question. She's gonna, again, I don't know. I have no clue. She does that over and over again here. She gives you a little bit of weird information as she's making this shit up. And then she's gonna try to make it seem like, but don't take my word for it. So that's that's the game she's playing throughout these interviews. She's playing don't take my word for it. That's the game she's playing. That's what it's called. It's called don't take my word for it. Yep. And what she's doing, she's blaming all these memory problems on alcohol. That's what she did. Because remember, according to Dylan, she doesn't have any psychological mental health issues, which is highly unbelievable. That's completely unbelievable. But according to Mortensen in this interview, she doesn't have any psychological problems at all. which is, again, that's scary that she thinks that. But whatever. Hey, we're not her, so I don't know. But Jesus Christ, there's definitely something going on. I mean, there's definitely something going on here because you're offering insights here into the fact that you got some issues, and that's why they asked you if you had any past psychological problems, because you seem like you have a lot of psychological problems. At least that's the sense that I'm getting. I mean, first of all, you can't form coherent sentences. That's a problem. I mean, she cannot string together a paragraph that makes any coherent sense. That's pretty shocking. To me, there is not one paragraph from Mortensen in here that is not totally a fucking mess to read. I mean, holy Christ. We're supposed to be a sophomore, right? In college, for God's sake. Good grief. Wow. I mean, it's pretty shocking. That's what we call poverty of language. Remember that? That's what we call poverty of language. Fucking hell, man. That's the worst thing. Poverty of language sucks. I'll tell you. Man. Good grief. Yeah, I do believe, though, one of Dylan's greatest psychological issues is she has this, and again, I don't know her, never analyzed her, I wish I could fucking analyze her, but, like, directly, but she likes to adopt, again, she adopts other people's, likes, these people who actually like this stuff. What Mortensen will do is she'll find out about what you truly like, and then she'll adopt that for herself. And so when people ask her about, like, hey, what are you into and what do you like, she's going to repeat these things that other people have told her about what they like. That's what Dylan does. We've done a very good, I think we've done a very fair psychological assessment on her. Welcome, CB. Welcome, CB. I don't know what the fuck she was, I don't know what, listening to her, I'm not sure what major I would say maybe like fucking finger painting or something. Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know. Or something. Yeah, maybe somewhere you don't really have to talk. Maybe that's it. Jesus. I'd almost fucking find it hilarious if she was like a communications major. I'd fucking shit myself, guys. I'd find that would be the irony of this. If she was like a fucking communications major. Can you imagine that? The irony of that. That'd be hilarious. You're like the worst communication major ever. Like, what are you doing? That's definitely not your field. Okay. No. No. I'd find something else. Okay. No, she's not a credible witness. Oh. No, her or the Hobbit. Yeah. Actually, when you think about this bullshit, probably your most important witness here is going to be Hunter Johnson. He's going to be at the top of your fucking list. Hunter Johnson is going to be at the top of your list as far as a witness goes. Absolutely. Because he is the one. He's the first and only, he's the first one to lay eyes on the fucking bodies. So, supposedly. So yeah, and again, we're playing. We're trying to find Michael Myers. We're playing that game. All right. All right. Call Bethany at 419. Blah, blah, blah. Do it again. We've already been through this. I want to get to... I'm going to skip here a little bit. Yeah. This is all her interview. Okay. What's this? Now this is interesting. All right. We definitely want to check this shit out. So this is Dylan Aaron. So let's listen to Dylan and Aaron's interview here. All right. So I forget what Aaron is. Who's Aaron? Who is Aaron? I forget what. She's one of the investigators. I forget. This is a different thing. Okay, anyway, sorry. Okay, all right, right. Ever lived anywhere else? Or I lived in Utah. I lived in Salt Lake, Utah. Which makes sense because Mortensen is a Mormon name, by the way. It is. So that makes sense. Then we moved to Boise. So I do believe that is a Mormon name, and so that makes sense they'd be centered in Utah first. Anyway, cult, whatever. Excuse me. Cult. Anyway, okay, so it's been pretty much, yeah. The biggest chunk, yeah. Yeah, okay. Boise is a good spot. I don't know what they're fucking talking about. I like it. Yeah. What are they? I don't know what they're talking about. I was surprised how much I liked it the first time I went out. Yeah. So I know you spoke with Vicky a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Okay. So anything since then that has kind of come up for you, things that you didn't get a chance to talk about, then that you want to get a chance to talk about now. I guess the biggest thing was like that night I kept having dreams of someone just dressed in black, like there was a dream that there was this, oh my God, woman who was just like pranking people. And she'd go to the houses and wear black, and it was like some joke. Remember the Joker? And then I met her, and she's super nice. And then I was talking to my therapist about this. I didn't remember if this was like, because I've always had really bad dreams. Like I've watched Criminal Minds. I lucid dream a lot. So I have like scary lucid dreams. But I know I'm dreaming. So it's like doesn't really matter. But sometimes I don't have lucid dreams. Sometimes they're real. And the shit I'm doing, I'm horrified. But I don't know. I don't think it was one of those dreams. Not the horrifying kind where I murder people. But it was like the figure and like all. Oh my God. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it, guys? Right? And the figure and like all black and like the kind of mask, because again, I don't know exactly what kind of mask it was, but it was like he was running but with high knees. Sorry, I thought it was high ankles. High knees. Like almost prancing around. Which was kind of weird. Okay. Yeah, I bet, Dylan. And I kept getting that mixed up if that was like real or if that was just a dream. Like Alice. That's how a lot of it is like, I don't know exactly what parts are real and what parts are a dream. Okay. Put your hand behind your back. We're going to have to take you in. Put your hands behind your fucking back. Miss Mortensen. You fucking Mormon. You crazy fucking Mormon bitch. I love you. Hey, this is Stanley now. Don't get me confused with somebody you fucking, I love you. I don't love you. Fuck the Mormons, all right? Fuck you Mormons. Mortensen is a fucking crazy fucking Mormon, all right? Yeah, they're all fucking nuts. Welcome, Ellie Ryan. Oh, God, double trouble. Was it? Is that true? Is that true? Welcome, Seattle Ryan. Welcome, Seattle Ryan. That's right. That's what she said. But on this particular night, she doesn't know exactly, though, what was a dream or not. Yes, that's a problem. Unbelievable. And this is I think this was on December 1st. So she's had, what, 2 or 3 weeks to kind of process this more and think about things more. She had about 3 weeks, I think. I think this was on December 1st, this interview. Yeah. So what, 18 days or so after? Almost 3 weeks. Has a little bit more time to process things, But this apparently this is even worse. These types of statements are even worse. You know, it's just, the longer the time goes on here for her to process, the more shit becomes weird. You know, now we're talking about somebody prancing around with high knees. You know, like I guess like a fucking mantis. You know, I'm almost thinking she's gonna say, you know, like in that one comic book, you know, where that one villain was, you know, prances around with really like high knees and shit. I'm almost expecting her to say that kind of stuff. You know, like, yeah, you know that one that weird anime or something, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, none of this is coherent. Like, none of this is coherent. Where you're like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, Dylan. Oh, yes, that's extremely clear. Thank you. This is, none of what she says is fucking clear at all. Oh my God. And you don't even ask her to do you don't even ask her to take a lie detector test just to rule her out? Fucking weird, man. I would definitely be asking this one for a fucking lie detector at bare minimum. Would you mind doing a fucking lie detector for us? I mean, Jesus. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to circumvent that. I don't fucking know, but I mean, I can't believe anybody would believe any of this. Like, and be like, well, I don't know, Dylan. It sounds like I would probably say this to her. You know, Dylan, everything that you've told me so far is kind of like very concerning. You know, the fact that you can't remember things, you know, the fact that it sounds like you can't distinguish between reality and fantasy. Like, Dylan, this, you know, I'd be like, that's pretty serious in my opinion, Dylan. You know, I mean, considering what happened here, that's pretty serious. I wouldn't you agree? Like, the fact that you don't have any kind of coherent recollection at all. Your story doesn't make any sense, Dylan. So I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here, but God, your story it's almost completely incoherent, Dylan. You know, maybe I'd lay that kind of shit on her. You know what I mean? And then see what she says. Like, I would probably say this to her. Wouldn't you agree, Dylan, that it's a little worrying or disconcerting that you can't distinguish between like what you feel is a dream that night and what you feel may be reality? You know, I would get her to agree with that at least. Like that. Hey, don't you think that's a little disconcerting? I mean, doesn't that worry you? I mean, isn't that worrying to you that you can't distinguish for some reason? Like, I'd put that shit right on her. You know what I mean? Because it is disconcerting. And so, and the fact that the Idaho State Police didn't even probe that, hey, that's kind of scary, isn't it? When you can't distinguish things. You know, they didn't even press on that. They didn't even, these are not real interviews. These people are playing homicide. These people, again, I wish this would have never happened here. I wish it happened in some bigger city, but yeah, but this is Idaho fucking nonsense is what this is. It's Idaho fucking nonsense. And in their fucking brains, this probably makes complete sense. You know, like, oh, sure. Like, she doesn't have an alibi. Yeah, maybe you could say Bethany was there to be her alibi, but still, she really doesn't have an alibi, guys. I mean, she could have easily taken a shower. She could have easily showered up after her associates left. She could have easily showered up. Bethany would have, depending how quiet it was and what Bethany was doing, who knows? But she could have easily showered up. Now, what are you going to do with the clothes? I'm not quite sure what you're going to do with the fucking clothes, but. But anyway, whatever. Let's carry on. Okay, it gets even more fucking bizarre, right? So, okay, Aaron, okay. And you were talking about the dream with the woman, right? Dylan, no. So, like, that there was, like, the woman dream, yep. And there's another one I couldn't, okay, remember if that, like, maybe he was running, or if he was walking, or if that was the dream of him just, like, running. Okay. It was just kind of like prancing. It was kind of like prancing running. Okay. It was like really high knees. It was just like an awkward run, I would say. Okay. And that was what you weren't sure if... Oh my God. If it was true. All right, all right. And that was what you weren't sure if that was true. Yeah. Or if it was a dream. That's it. I guess whatever. And the woman dream, I knew was a dream. I could tell that one was. The second one, I didn't really know. What are you talking about? Wow. Okay. Tell me about how you could tell. Oh my God. Tell me about how you could tell the first one was, the one with the woman was definitely a dream. Right? The one with the woman, right? Was, all right? I don't. So usually when I'm, oh my God, my dreams, because I lucid dream, oh my good grief, I can control my dreams. Usually, it's just is like, oh, like, I know I'm dreaming. Like, I 100% know. And then, it's like I can control what's happening. And for some reason, when I woke up and remember that dream, I immediately knew it was a dream because it wasn't like certain people around me that I knew. That's how. Okay. Uh-huh. That's how I just know. It's like I can't see their face clearly. And I know it's not like real. Like, okay. So that's how I knew. And then I don't. In the second one, the second dream, there wasn't other people around. Like it was when I was in my room and it was opening the door that he was like running. Okay. But I didn't know if he was going, like if it was exactly in the house or not. It was just weird. Huh? What the fuck? But I didn't know if he was going, like if it was exactly in the house or not. It was just weird. What the fuck is she talking about, guys? I mean, what the fuck is this? Read this shit. Talk about Little House on a fucking Prairie shit here. But I didn't know if he was going, like if it was exactly in the house or not. It was just weird. What is she fucking talking about? Oh my fucking God. Yeah, Aaron says yeah. And then, so Dylan, and I couldn't like fully understand when I woke up that like was a dream or not. Oh my God. And I guess like when I woke up that morning, everything was just like what the fuck happened? Yeah. I guess like when I woke up that morning, everything was just like what the fuck happened? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't know, Dylan. What happened? Oh my God. Welcome. Hey, it's me, KP. Welcome. Again, I don't know how you have a Dylan Mortensen character in the story and a Koberger character in the story at the same time, existing in the same universe, bumping into each other. I don't know how that works here. I mean, this is outrageous. This is some fucked up. I'll tell you what. We already know this. We know this about Miss Prime. We know about the Prime. Oh my God. Where are you going? Where are you going? All right. And like I called my friend. Oh my God. Right. Okay, so Erin is walking Dylan back through her day. Uh-huh. Okay. Huh. So this skip here. So there's a skip. All right. Weird. So we go from around 5. Oh wait, we hung out there for a little while. I feel like we're. Oh my God. Anyway, then it skips to this. Skips to. I hear someone crying, and I, for some reason, believed it was Kaylee. I don't really know why, but I just. At that moment, I was like, that's Kaylee. But it wasn't like this scared or for help cry. It was just kind of like sobbing, like normal girls do when they're just like stressed out about something, right? It just seemed like that. Then I heard this man's voice, and it wasn't Ethan's. It was like, it's okay. I'm going to help you, he said. No, it's okay. I'm going to help you. But it wasn't like this, like, oh, I'm going to help you, like you're going to be fine. Like it was just like this eerie voice. And I was like, Dylan? Like, what? Like, what? I didn't understand what I was hearing. You know, it just didn't make any sense. Again, she always does that. She always does that. And then I shut the door and locked it. Yeah, I bet you did. Like, it was just like this eerie voice. And I was like, Dylan, talking to myself. And I was like, Dylan, Prime. Like what? Like what? I didn't understand what I was hearing. or doing. You know, it just didn't make sense what I was hearing and doing. And then I just shut the door and I locked it. I guess another thing I should have said, oh yeah, besides helping to kill my friends, before is when I heard Kaylee go upstairs. I think Murphy was barking, but not like a ton. Uh-huh. Aaron. Uh-huh. Okay. Hey, anybody got any straight jackets? Hey, anybody got any straight jackets? Can you bring one over here right now for me? Thank you. Oh, my good grief. Hey, anybody out there got any straight jackets, please? Could be. It probably was the Alexa. That's fine. Welcome, CBGL. It probably was the Alexa. Yeah. It's okay, I'm here to help you. It's okay, I'm here to help you. Shut up, Dylan, you're a pain in my ass. Yeah, this is Stanley Alexa. Yeah, everybody needs a Stanley Alexa in their life. Yeah. Hey, yeah, hey, hello, this is Stanley Alexa. No, I don't know where the fuck you want to go, and I'm not going to help you get there, you fucking prick. That's good. Stanley Alexa, guys. Stanley Alexa, tell me how to get to the Monarch restaurant in London. Oh, fuck you. Hey, Nancy, fuck off, Nancy. All right. Oh my God, you're horrible. Stanley Alexa. Yes. Perhaps satire, perhaps. All right. But then again, I don't know for sure. So then back to the bathroom scene. I thought they were in the bathroom. I don't know why. I just could tell that it wasn't in the living room because I would have heard it better. Huh? I just immediately my mind was bathroom, Kaylee, some man. Okay. So then I locked the door again. I don't know if I called or texted Bethany about that, but I knew no one was answering. I don't know how long a period I kept opening, how long I opened the door and how long I had the door shut. But I opened it again and I just remember seeing all black figure about my height, maybe a few inches taller, and he wasn't very muscular or very big. He was more skinny build, but how basketball players are, more tone, they have muscle, but they're more skinny. That kind of build, right? Remember that? But it wasn't I could fully see him. It was just like this figure. I just remember this mask. And I remember, like, I didn't see his eyes, but I saw, like, I don't remember if it was just, like, one eyebrow or two, but it was just, like, this bushy eyebrow. And I don't know how I know, but I just knew he would, remember, he was white. Like, I don't know where it's, like, how in my mind, it's just like he was white. But I just knew that. Huh? Hey, where's that straitjacket, asshole? I called for it 5 minutes ago. Where was it? Right? And the mask at the time, I believed it was just covering his I think it was his chin, his mouth, and just his forehead, which I know it doesn't really make sense. Like, why would you have a mask like that? But I don't. I think it was just his chin. Maybe it was his mouth. Like a mask like this, almost, or maybe it was like on his chin. But it wasn't like it wasn't like I fully knew he was there. Oh my God. Oh my God. But like, I just I guess I wasn't like comprehending anything. So that's why I thought it was so that's why I'm getting kind of confused. Oh my God. Little House on the Prairie. If it was real, or if it was a dream, but it wasn't like, oh, I know he's there, but it wasn't like I knew he was a dream. So it was just really weird. Amazing. Help me, man. Help me. I agree, Dame Mountain, Queen of the Garden. Mountain Queen, I agree. She's batshit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, all right. Quick break, guys. Where are we at? 2:20? Yeah, we should probably do a late show. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get through a lot of that. There's so much in there that's unbelievable. There's a lot. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's just fucking insanity. We should probably do a late show. So we should probably end it. I really should do a late show, guys. So there's so much. There's just so much. You got all this. You got this whole. We're on. Look, there's just so much. 91 of 145. And just this. Not to mention any of the other stuff happening. Plus other documents and shit. Jesus. Oh my God. The autopsies. I mean, I think we have a. I don't think we're gonna do much of that, guys. I think we have a pretty good understanding. I mean, I think we have a pretty good understanding of just how bad it was. So I don't think we need to cover like. I mean, it's there. You guys can find it. You know where to find it. It's just, I mean, we know it was bad. So, I mean, just the amount of injuries and it's crazy. You know, and where they were and oh God, yeah. I mean, pretty bad, pretty fucking bad. You know, the compelling pieces are about, you know, well, what kind of weapon could have caused these injuries? Partially, it could be it could be a straight knife, it could be partially serrated knife. Fucking Christ, shit like that. Could be any fucking large knife, face of the planet. I mean, take your pick. Doesn't have to be a K-bar knife. Could be a myriad of knives. And that goes to the sheath. Of course, that goes back to the sheath. Just because you find a K-bar sheath doesn't mean it was a K-bar knife that did this. That's a huge. That's what we call what do we call that in logic? That's a faulty premise. Yeah, you're on a slippery slope. That's not even a slippery slope, but it's not a slippery slope. You're just making a fault. You're making a wrong assumption there. Just because you found a K-bar sheath doesn't mean that a K-bar knife did this. Yeah. Just saying. Because those wounds could have been caused by a myriad of knives. A many great number of knives could have caused those wounds. Doesn't have to be a K-bar. Well, we don't have a murder weapon. So, yep. Could be a many things. Fucking ridiculous. And that's the argument you make. That's the argument you make at trial. Yeah, okay. Well, hey, Dr. Singh, but wouldn't you agree that, I don't know, there could be, thousands upon thousands of other knives that could have made the exact same wounds, don't you think, Dr. Singh? Yeah. So what you're saying is it doesn't have to be a K-bar knife that could have made these wounds, right? Right, exactly. So that's what you'd be asking. Could be totally different knife. And since you don't have the murder weapon, well, you really don't know for sure. Well. So that's not 100%. That's probable doubt there. I mean, that's doubt, right? You don't know for sure. You don't have the murder weapon. You can speculate all you want. You can show the doctor all the K-bar knives in the world, present them to him, and he can say, "Sure, it's possible." And so are a million other knives. Moscow police. Was that Brett Payne's pet idea? That's probably Brett Payne's idea. Was that Brett Payne on that one too? He always gets these stupid ideas in his fucking head. That fucking bulbous cranium. And probably what they did was they're saying, they probably jumped for joy because they're like, well, then that fits the knife sheath there. If the knife sheath wasn't planted, if the Difey wasn't planted. Alright, guys. Yeah, let's pick it up soon. Let's do that. Let's take a break. Come back on later. What you think later? Yes. Can't make the mid-show too long. Oh, God. You want to clean right now? Yeah, lots of stuff here. Alright, guys. Alright, baby. Well, we'll probably pick it up in a little bit. Let's grab some food and stuff. Let's grab some food. Alright. That's right, baby. That's right. Alright. That's right, baby. We got a little, what is that? There you go. That's it. What, a little black magic, baby. A little black magic.